Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Happy FOMC week to those who celebrate out there. Good morning to you all. If you're with me either in the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Gary, Chris, Julius, Cyrus, Seth, Julius, Luna HD, Futures Trading Today, Astro Nerd, Sishin, SW, S. Retberg, Stevie, A Trades, Big Sky, Mark, John, Angus, Kenny, Nick's Hound, Spastrick, good morning. How y'all doing out there? Rocket Beats, good morning. Trust the Process, who is Charty B? Pie, good morning. Kenko, how you doing? Charles Dips, McNasty, Vinzen, Richard, Travis Chingo, Go SPVC, Marco, Adam, Kirk, Joey, Lido, Lenny, HD, Fid. Good morning, Marcio. Good morning, Marco, Aaron, Jeff, Wesley, Mike B. Good morning. How you doing? To H, Lone Wolf, Mark, Alfred, Richard, Diana, Alex P, Ripper Trader, Greg, C, Mark Hammond, Storm Scout, Buzzy Beats, Jordy Benjamin, the Trader Guy. Good morning, GC Wolf, Tron, Z Weed. How you doing, folks? Dr. Purple Ape. How you doing, Davey? Davey posted a great recap video. Had some very great pointers in it. If you haven't checked it out yet, go ahead and check that out in the Trade Recaps channel. It's very good stuff. O'Keefe, good morning. Arrow Squad, how you doing? Good morning, everybody. So no trades for me just yet. It is very, very low volume, but this week should be very exciting, except for really just today. Today is kind of the sleepiest session of the entire week. If you don't know, we do have FOMC, the rate decision for the Federal Open Market Committee on Wednesday, and the subsequent press conference from Mr. Jerome Powell himself that's going to be following that. That's going to be at 2 p.m. is the rate decision, 2:30 is the press conference, and it's good stuff. It's going to be a very, very exciting day. A lot of folks are even tossing around the idea that there's going to be a rate cut. I'm completely against that. I do not think that there's going to be a rate cut whatsoever. Look at the Fed Fund futures over here. We are looking at a 0.6% chance of a rate cut at this point, 99.4% chance of a pause. However, in the July meeting, it does trend a little bit upwards, almost 10% chance of a cut there in July. But again, I just don't see that happening. I really think that the rate cut will probably be in November, if not November, December. They can just keep teasing that along since we are in an election year. The FOMC meeting for November is going to be, or the rate decision rather, in November is going to be November 7th, which is going to be after the election. And then we have one more meeting at December 18th. Now, what's important about this meeting specifically, the June meeting? Well, that means that we do get the SEP dot plot. I can't even speak this morning. SEP dot plot. So that means that we're going to get the SEP, that's summary of economic projections. That's important, right? We get that, what is it, 3 times, twice, 4 times? One of those, but we get the SEP dot plot for this one for sure, and that's going to give us some projections, which is going to be interesting. Also, if you didn't know, on Wednesday, as a precursor, as a little shot warm-up, the shot is going to be CPI, and then the chaser is going to be FOMC. So a little warm-up is going to be CPI. We're going to get the CPI at 8:30 Eastern time on Wednesday, 7:30 Central. So that's going to be the warm-up and the precursor to CPI. And then we also get PPI on Thursday. And then, of course, the veil gets lifted on those Fed speakers starting Wednesday. I think we hear from Tiff Macklem the first thing on Wednesday as far as speakers goes. Then Thursday, we're going to start to hear from the regular suspects again there. Welcome there, Karen. Welcome to Chat VIP. Good to see you. So Friday, we do have Austin Goolsbee and Lisa Cook are speaking as well. On Thursday, we have John Williams, and then Janet Yellen is going to be speaking as well on Thursday. So it's going to kick off a cavalcade of speakers. I think the following week we will have even more speakers, but keep in mind, there's a lot on the table this week. So just to recap here, Wednesday is when the party really, really starts. We get CPI to kick things off as the shot, and then the chaser is FOMC, and then I guess the final chaser, the Coke back, is going to be the Jerome Powell press conference, which is going to be very, very interesting. 2 p.m. rate decision, 2:30 press conference, and then on Thursday, PPI. And then on Friday, we get the University of Michigan sentiment read, the inflation outlook, the 1-year outlook, the 10-year outlook. And that's going to be the June preliminary read, not the final read, obviously, for June. So that's going to be kicking off really the month of June for us here. It's been sort of a really interesting market lately. It's been very tightly wound. Not a lot of stuff has been tradable, in my opinion. I've been backed off from trading my XFAs completely. I haven't traded them since, I think, on last Tuesday when I lost 15 grand on them. So I've been kind of putting myself in the doghouse waiting to earn the right to trade. Now, if you don't remember, last FOMC, I also had a big losing day on FOMC. I was up $9,000 in a position, and it quickly flipped against me because I didn't have the hotkeys yet. And but that's no excuse, of course. It's still me trading. Was up $9,000 in a position. It quickly flipped against me, and I lost $9,000 and hit max loss across 3 XFA accounts. So that was an $18,000 swing in about 10, 20 seconds there, which was unfortunate. So last FOMC I had a big losing day. So this FOMC, I'm going to mitigate my losses by likely not trading in my XFA accounts whatsoever. So that means it's likely going to be combine trading until then. Definitely no live trading unless I see something. I'm going to be on Fast Markets tomorrow with Coach Dakota, of course, on Top Step TV. If there's some crazy opportunity, maybe we'll trade that. But talking about opportunities tomorrow, we really don't have much. We get the Redbook retail sales that are out at 8:55. We get some other international data. At 6 a.m. tomorrow Eastern time, we get the NFIB small business optimism, which again, that's not going to really move the market on the week where we get CPI and FOMC. It's really just not going to move the market all that much. We do get the Redbook retail sales, like I said, but then a 52-week bill auction, so 1-year auction, and then a 10-year note auction, which can be interesting. The only thing that I'm going to really be paying attention to on Tuesday is going to be the Treasury's buyback. Looking at that buyback announcement. We have one today for the announcement and then the actual buyback on Tuesday. So we'll see. It's going to be really, really interesting to see if we have any tradable opportunities leading into CPI and FOMC. Good morning there, Fun Tasty John. Good to see you there. It's the most important week until next week. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me ask you this. Does anybody have any trades on? I know that we had SW in Clubhouse here navigating the London session to some insane profitability. I believe that SW made $7,500 in his funded accounts. And green across the board, not one single losing trade there. Good morning, Karen. Just subscribed. Good to see you there. Good morning, Host Logic. Yeah, so if you're adamantly looking for a trade, you're just vigorously trying to find a trade in this chop. I mean, just slow down. It's okay. Just take it easy. Probably won't see much liquidity coming in until we have some order matching going on right around 9 o'clock, and then the open at 9:30 there. Host Logic says $118 from passing. So what I usually do, welcome Arrow Squad, welcome. What I usually would say there is if you're $118 away from passing, generally what I like to say as a rule of thumb, if you're thinking about that number, if it's kind of getting in the way, don't trade that account. Instead, flip over to a different combine account and just trade that instead until you get your wits about you. If it's no big deal, continue trading that account. But if you're getting those tingles and jingles and you're a little bit nervous about it, well, then I'd say just back off a little bit, Folks, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that lucky like button. I'd love to do a quick poll in here. Speaking of polls, for our Clubhouse members in here, we are 7 hours and 52 minutes from ending the poll for the trade recaps contest. So if you wanted to vote on that, I see that we had quite a few participants in the vote there. But just vote who gave the most value for the recaps in May 2024. And then we'll do that final voting poll for the top 10 tomorrow, likely. Yeah, tomorrow we'll run that poll there. We'll be trading today, 50K Combine after 3 weeks break from the markets. Nice. Good luck to you there. Host Logic says, fresh account for sure. I like that. Yeah, there you go. Good morning, Waleed, Marcello. Good morning, Charles, Pat, Dips. How do we get access to the London session stream? So that's exclusively for people who are in the Discord. If you're interested in checking it out, just come check it out for 7 days. See if there's any value in there for you. That's why we do the whole 7-day thing. So you can basically come check it out. See if there's any value in there for you. If there's not, hey, no big deal. Just tune into the free YouTube streams here every single morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time here. So yeah, we don't really have any opportunities that I see that are shaping up. Going over to my chart here, this is kind of what I saw in the overnight session was, we were drawing liquidity down here at these this area that we're watching, this 950 area here, and then again bursting and drawing liquidity up here. Same kind of area where we're just kind of sweeping around. And, now coming down into this session here, it's just kind of like waffling around. So, not all that much here. This is on the 30-minute chart. We're just looking at the past days here. This is back on Friday for when we saw those big draws of liquidity on either side. So it's much more docile in comparison now in this session here. This was the Globex session right there where it looked like we would be running towards those highs again, towards 19,100 again. But then we are just kind of holding back at this temporary point of control here. So as we are continuing to reject along this line here, it is really kind of precarious to see if we're going to find continued supply at that level. The only thing that kind of sticks out to me here is the fact that we came down a little bit lower, but we could not make it down into those 950s. And we had some adamant buyers that were stepping in right there. So I'm going to be watching whether or not we're rejecting at this point. If we are rejecting up at those 45s, then I do want to see a potential of a short there and then potentially trying to get this short lower to those targets of 950. So that's the only trade that I'm really looking out for here. If we do break above that 50 level, 19,050, and then retest around 45, I would be taking that potentially to this volume shelf right here and looking for that trade. But again, it's very, very slow. We don't have a lot of liquidity. So it's not the greatest setup, but at least it's something that I'm looking at there. Looking over the S&Ps, we do have pretty much the same similar pattern here. We had that sweep of liquidity on both sides there for Friday's trade, and then we had a little bit of a roll off here. So again, looking to see whether or not we're going to solidify any kind of bid activity above those lines there and see that hammering home. Looking at gold, gold has been very much speeding to the downside here, but we have kind of bumped up right above our MC level here, but we are running into our next MC level, which is 23.24 spot 3. If we do hold below that, there is a trade, I think, back down to 22.99 spot 6, and that would be interesting to watch if we do see that in crude. Same kind of deal where we are bursting above the Clubhouse level here of 76 spot 14 because we did kind of hold the line down here, and we did find some fantastical bid support there. So seeing if we can catch that rally back up to the top here after we had this massive dip in crude. The target I'd be looking for to the top side would be 77 spot 65 there. Again, is anybody at all in any kind of trade right here? I want to see if we can take a look at anybody's trade because I'm certainly not in one here. Kenny, for the votes, you can only vote one single time. Yeah, we did see the 10-to-1 stock split there in Nvidia. I'm sure a lot of folks, woke up this morning and said, whoa, Nvidia's trading awfully low this morning. So Nvidia's gone from being a wonderful trader stock to, I just don't think it's going to be a wonderful trader stock anymore. Think about it. If the price was going to go from $120 to $240, you're talking about a $6 trillion market cap. And that's only going from 120 to 240. This thing used to move 30 points in a day. Now we're going to see this thing moving 3 points in a day instead. 10-to-1 split is insane. Just looking at hogs, let's see, what is it, HE? Lean hogs. Anybody close to getting that Stetson out there? Nvidia crash. Yeah. It's so low now. Yeah. I would be surprised if we see much movement going forward in Nvidia unless people are just bailing out on all of their positions. But yeah, wanted to short the 40 MC level, but wasn't ready. 2,000 away. 2,000 away for your lean. Is that your lean hogs account there? Good morning, Coach Grizz. Good morning, Trade Travel RN. Good morning, Mohammed. Nothing from NQ at the moment. Shorting gold. Good luck to you. You can afford options on it now. Problem is, it's just not going to move all that much. I mean, it's going to take moving mountains to make that thing move. So, I mean, really, you're just looking for the air to come out of that thing, if anything, for a big, big trade. But it went from being a fantastic trader stock to nothing at all. I mean, maybe like a 2-to-1 split or a 5-to-1 split would have done it, but 10-to-1 is just too much, and it just kills stocks. It kills the momentum of stocks. You're talking like, I mean, we would need to have some insane shift in the world to have that thing build up to a $6 trillion market cap, you know. Morning reading group. Gold long, 32.06. What does that mean for the NQ with Nvidia? It's still the same thing, but it's just not going to be moving as wildly. It's still the same amount of weight. So you have to remember, looking at Nvidia, it's a good question. But looking at Nvidia here, the equivalent of what this was trading at would be $1,204. So this going from $1,204 to $1,220 is going to be the same movement that we saw in NQ for that price. So instead, it's going to go from $120 to $122, or conversely, $120 to $118. Just add a zero on the end of it. That's basically the same thing. But yeah, I mean, maybe it will be more attractive to investors because they can buy more shares. But the thing is that you could buy fractional shares with a lot of these brokers now. So if you couldn't afford one share of Nvidia, you could buy a fractional share of Nvidia. As far as I know, I still think that they're allowing that at most brokerages. So, I mean, I think it's going to kill the stock as far as a trader stock. And when I say kill the stock, I'm not talking about that it's going to make the stock roll over. I'm talking about that it's going to kill the momentum and activity that we've seen in the stock, because the options, I think, will trade less attractively, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. Hello, Rips. Please tell me if there are any instruments for Top Step apart from NQES, which I can look at for your signals or levels. So I post, that's for you, Sir Duh. I post GC and crude levels and Russell and Dow levels all in the morning memo here on Mondays. So every single day we post the S&P and NQ levels, but on Mondays we post the Dow, Russell, crude, and gold levels as well. So that's for you, Sir Duh. And don't be shy. You can always ask those questions in the main chat as well. You don't have to, doesn't have to be in a DM. That's perfectly fine to ask that in the main chat as well. What's up? Long since 18,982 contracts. Let's see here. 18,980. Nice. 18,980 is a very, very nice trade. Dang near bottom tick the thing there. 18,995. I read it wrong. Wait, let me see. Did I misread that? Short NQ from 19,032. Good morning there, Mugiwara. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I don't know if more people will buy Nvidia now. We'll have to see. If anything, it's not going to be reflective on some crazy price movement. I mean, people think that the stock price is lower, so it's going to go from $120 to like $160 today. There's so much money that needs to push the market cap up to that level. Market cap is everything now. So the market cap at $120 is $3 trillion. So if we go to 240, it's going to be a $6 trillion market cap. That's insane. So there's a lot more shares available now. So it's going to be a lot harder to push that liquidity around. Nvidia will lose 70% of their gains in 2025. Well, if the entire world is using their chips, I think then that would, I think that would negate that thesis. You know, if most companies are enacting AI and using their chips, it's like, you know, we're not all going to wake up tomorrow and iPhones are going to disappear. There's going to be, the large market share is going to be iPhones. So just because something's up doesn't mean that it has to come down, especially if it can make sense. And I understand that technicals have a lot less to do with market capitalization. And, you know, there's a lot of different things in play here. So, but I'm from the camp that I've been kind of pounding the table on AI stuff for the longest time. And that's why I think that we've seen Microsoft holding these gains, Nvidia's holding gains, Google, Meta kind of on the heels of that. Google has been improving their AI. This week as well, we do have the Worldwide Developer Conference. I believe that starts today, if I'm not mistaken. Is that today? Yeah, today at 10, we get the kickoff of the WWDC from Apple. Do I think that AI has the potential to destroy trading? No, I've had this question actually pretty often. There are already advanced algorithms that are using, you can call it machine learning or AI. They're already enacting that. They're already being used. And I mean, there's got to be fish food out there, right? So retail traders are never going to go away. We're always going to be the fish food for those algorithms. No, but in all seriousness, it's just going to get more and more advanced. But no, I don't think it's going to kill trading whatsoever. There's always going to be a market, tradable market somewhere. With Nvidia now, you can increase position size and maintain risk ratio. Perhaps. Yeah, that's definitely something to look at. Thanks to you, I found confluence in ES Bookmap's liquidity levels. I've used Asia sweeps of the highs and lows. I'm able to spot low liquidity days and need that to drive price. Nice there, Mitch. Very, very nice. It's where Bookmap definitely shines. The funny thing is, if I pass it, I'm going to keep trading the hogs on the XFA. That's awesome. So $2,000 away. Good luck to you there. Luna. Nice. There you go, Apex. Nice work. Nvidia will be nice to add to the long term now. There you go, Astro Nerd. Good morning, Tango. Yeah, I'm still waiting here. I want to wait for see if we get an injection of liquidity here in about 10 minutes. I'd love to run a poll to see what you folks think. Let's see how close we are to 500 likes here. We're about halfway home. We have about 1,400 people watching. If you don't mind hitting that lucky like button there. Nothing new with AI in the market, been around for decades. Yeah, and it will only improve, right? It's only going to improve. The problem is that this is a dynamic organism, right? This is not a fixated, this is not a fixed thing. It's always going to be changing. And the more variables that you're introducing, the more it's going to change. And AI will be quick to learn that, but then it'll shift based on all of the new machine learning. It's a constant cycle that's going to go more and more there. Got long at one. We're currently now trading 19,000. It's currently up 1930 points. Nice. There you go. Very, very nice. Good morning to you, Jacob. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, day trader Rick. I think we run higher from here. ES has some nice equal highs to hit. Yeah, I can see that too. Up at 53.60 or so. Excuse me, had to blow my nose there. Still getting used to the new air where the new studio is located. Good morning, RC Trays. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Chris from Ireland. What part of Ireland are you in? Beautiful there. Do I swing trade at all? So basically all the trades that we're focusing on are intraday trades here on the stream. I have swung plenty of trades throughout my career, but the primary focus right now is day trading. Some of the stuff that I want to be focused on primarily in Clubhouse is kind of pushing the whole idea that you can trade for 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours a day, and that's it. That's plenty for, because most people who are trading, and this is not their full-time gig, this is kind of a side gig or a side hustle. They're looking for an exterior, some kind of auxiliary source of income that doesn't interfere with their day job or whatever their primary gig is. And I think that day trading is a great way to supplement that, as long as you're not looking for, you're not trying to, I need to be a full-time trader right here and right now. That's the kind of mentality that gets you caught up and will get you further away from crossing that plane over into a full-time trader. You can potentially get there, but it's going to take multiple years of hard work and dedication to the cause. But certainly trading a few hours a day is a doable thing for most people, and being patient. I think that the person who is trading a couple hours a day versus the person who's trying to make this a full-time gig, and I'm talking about newer traders, beginner traders. I think the person who's just looking to have this be a supplementary thing into their full-time job, or they have a part-time job or some other source of income, I think those people find more success because they're not so desperate to make this work. They're just using the tools, focused on putting on really good trades and then just living with the results of those trades, versus the desperate trader who's consistently looking for opportunities at all times and trying to force their will into the market. And so I think that the part-time trader is somebody who's looking to trade, 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours a day. That's the person who's going to find the faster version of success in trading, in my opinion. Morning Ribs, cash currently, NQ buys riding below anchor VWAP high from Friday, looking for a bigger pullback to 18,930s or a break and retest of the anchor VWAP mentioned. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, George. Thanks for sharing that. Traders with a job are desperate to get a job. Maybe, not necessarily. There's folks out there, believe it or not, I know they're a rarity, but there are folks out there that do like their job and they're just looking for something, to add a little extra cream on top. So, it all depends on your situation and everything. I will say this. I've been mentoring people for years now, and I will say this. The people who I see fail the most are the people who try the hardest to force their learning process, if that makes sense. The people there's people who I've mentored who have just out and gone and quit their jobs and say, I'm going all in on trading because, this will force me to get it. And that's like, I'm telling you right now, at least in my experience, maybe there's an outlier version of those people that actually make it work. But for those people, I've seen more failures doing that versus successes doing that. And if you are relying solely on trading for your income and you have not seen consistent success, and I'm not talking about you had one good month of trading, I'm talking about 6 to 9 months minimum of consistent profitability, then you're going to get so flustered, your emotions are going to get the best of you, and you're never going to be able to make it work. And I'm just trying to speak the truth here, because there's a lot of people who want to, you go on Instagram and you're just flipping through things which I'm not a social media person, but I try to post on social media now for, the RIP stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. You flip through that stuff and people are like, learn to trade in 90 days, get rich. Oh, make all this money. It's like, no, that's not how this works at all. This should be, let's focus on developing the skill. Let's focus on learning all the aspects of trading. The money will come as a secondary factor to you learning how to trade. If you're focused on the money first, you're going to run into a bad time. I'm telling you that right now. I focused on the money first. I focused on being the best trader of all time. And I wanted to make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And the more you force that issue, the harder it becomes. And I was never in the position where I only had trading as a gig, right? I had other businesses at the time when I first started trading. I can't even imagine what would have happened with my trading journey. I probably would have quit a lot sooner had I not had a whole full-time gig going on. So you ought to really take a step back and think about, what are your goals with trading? What are you trying to do with trading? What is your whole purpose with trading? If you're trying to do this because you want to get rich, you're going to be blinded by that, and those emotions are going to get the best of you. If you're trading because you're like, okay, I want to slowly get into this, I want to build a skill for life, and I want to become consistently profitable, not a dollar amount, just saying I want to become consistently profitable, that I think will give you the best headspace to navigate in when you're doing this difficult journey of trading here. Stop hunting going on. Yeah, it's very thin right now. Liquidity is extremely low. The emotional part of it won't allow it to be my main source of income. I'm just too immature of a trader. But the thing is, the more time that you spend at this, the more things you see, the more emotions you go through, the easier it becomes to navigate those emotions. It's all going to be very, very difficult, but it's a lot easier to navigate if you're pacing yourself with the idea that I'm just going to be a trader that's super patient and trying to take good opportunities and so on and so forth. Rips my stupid butt, hit sell instead of buy because I'm used to trading view. The buttons on tops of X are different, and I realized too late, but the rest of my XFAs are up because I don't feel comfy copy trading. There you go. Sorry to hear that, Banks. We run into, as electronic traders, we will always run into electronic trading problems like that, whether it's a broker issue, a connection issue, a user operator error issue. It's, yeah. It's, oh, is my volume really low again? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me fix that. Thank you for pointing that out. It's the dang new setup here. Let's see here. Thank you. Okay. Warning. It's about to get louder. Warning. And there we are. Okay. That's back at regular volume. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you. I wish somebody would have done that sooner. Come on. There we go. Much better now. Unless it's still turning me down. Hold on. Just make sure of this. And okay, we're all good. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. I should play music in the background. I've thought about doing that, but sometimes it's a little bit distracting there. Yeah, I tried to give the warning there. Sorry about that. I remember seeing a Forex eval being marketed as a beginner challenge. Like, what are they trying to put into beginners market? Yeah. Do all trades that combine have to be in HE? Yeah, for the Stetson hat, yes. I do this to kill time. I have to be in front of my laptop all day for one of our companies, and it's fun to me. That's the way to do it. And it's so funny because that's one of the people here in the Discord. I guarantee you that you will see progress much quicker than the person who's sitting here and tearing their hair out saying, I need to make this work. I got to get better at this. I guarantee you're going to progress a lot faster because you're just taking the approach of that whimsical, hey, when it works, it'll work. I'm just doing this. I'm going to get better every single day. I'm going to try my best. Now, I doubt, I'm not calling anybody out here, but I doubt that you're trying that you're flippant about your trading ideas. I really doubt that you're trying to just putting on any trade and you're just willy-nilly about it. I'm probably sure that you're pretty selective about your trading, and because of your whimsical attitude, that's probably working to your favor. I trade to get knowledge and some profit if possible. There you go. That's the attitude that works. Can you repeat everything you said? Says I could hear. Instead of saying consistently profitable, I can say consistently right on the direction. There you go. Requested my first payout last Thursday. I chose Wise Transfer. How much longer does it usually take? I've never used Wise myself. I always use whatever the main option is, what it's Wire or ACH. And that usually comes within 24 hours. If somebody can chime in that's used WISE before, how long does that generally take? So for perspective, a $1 move in Nvidia now equates to a $10 move pre-split. That is correct. That is correct. I mean, just to give you some perspective, what if the NASDAQ was trading $1,902 right now? It's not going to be, and we're getting the same points. It's not going to be a great instrument to trade, right? 2 to 3 days, day or two, there you go. I drive a truck at night, so I only get to trade about 2 hours in the morning. There you go, Richard. That's the way to do it right there. Those are the folks that I think will end up doing the best. And they're not desperate. They're doing this because it's like, I want to have a skill that can carry me where, if I have some downtime, I can be focused on, throwing on some trades or something. Those are the people who are going to do the best versus I've mentored people who have actually gone and quit their jobs, and I've told them that's a terrible idea. Don't go and quit your job. And then they'd say to me, oh, my back's up against the wall. I'll perform well under pressure. And I'm giving myself, this is the only opportunity I have, so I'm going to make it work. That's a terrible idea. I hate to say it for you folks out there that are doing that. It's a terrible idea, and you're going to be under so much financial stress and pressure that it's going to be very difficult to navigate those emotions when you actually have a green trade on. What if the job quits you? Find another job. Absolutely find another job. The only way that you should be trading alone as your sole source of income is if you've proven consistent profitability over 6 to 9 months of time. 6 months is still a short amount of time. I'd say, you can run into a market cycle where you think that you can trade, and then you come out of that market cycle and you realize that was just an easy cycle that you were in. Cycles can last, 3 weeks, 6 months, 2 years, whatever. How about if you're living in mom's basement with her income and trading? Hey, that works too. As long as it's, you have a way to live and you're not reliant on the income from trading as your sole source of income, then yeah, that's great. That's why I think it's great to learn as a younger person too. If you're a youngster and you're learning to trade, I think it's fantastic. It's a skill too that will carry over into other areas of your life, specifically patience. Teach you to be a much more patient person. I'd be homeless if trading was my only source of income. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Depends on the person. I quit my job and I got profitable after 3 years of doing it part-time. Well, so you were doing it part-time though, right? There you go. If you're trading part-time, it's not like, it's the folks that drive themselves crazy, looking for this as, a full-time thing. Like I said, I've never experienced that myself. I've always had a supplementary source of income when I was learning to trade, and I blew tons of money doing it. Morning, Flower. Morning, Broken Butterfly. I thought I could trade until I blew it on ICOs. I lost so much money in ICOs as well. That was a fun cycle of crypto, though. I'm doing that. Mom sometimes throws slippers at me, but hey, it's mom. There you go. I was very lucky to be able to learn to trade, and I received $1,000 monthly stipend. Mind you, I live in Malaysia. There you go. That's awesome. Focus on small daily wins first. $200 a day is $4K a month. Some people's jobs don't try to get rich quick. Amen, Jay. I mean, even $200 a day is a lot. You can focus on $20 a day, $50 a day. Just start there. It's money that you weren't making before, right? Did that in crypto. Good morning, Carl. Good to see you. Did that in crypto, made a bunch. In a bull run, got chopped up, lost most of it, and then slowed down, got to Top Step. Yeah, there's a lot of folks that came from crypto that are trading on Top Step now. A lot of folks that were trading in small caps came to Top Step. It's funny because I talked to a lot of small cap traders out there, and they, like a year ago, used to think Top Step was a scam and prop firms. Well, I can't speak on other prop firms, but they used to think that the whole industry was a scam. And I've told them about Top Step. And I have some of those folks now that were small cap traders that are now taking payouts in Top Step, and they're just like, I can't believe I wasn't doing this sooner. And they all, I don't know who put out the propaganda that, oh, it's all a scam. The thing is about prop firms, if you can actually trade, I mean, it's a godsend. It's amazing, right? Is anyone else doing the Bookmap competition? I'm not even aware of that. They didn't even let me know about that. Maybe I missed the email. I must have missed the email. Let's see. Bookmap competition. I got to see this. Oh, wait, it's for the jacket, right? It's that jacket thing. Oh, or it's not. This is a different one. They had one for like a jacket. You win a jacket. Luna thought it was a scam too. Just that they have to make money off you and better trade your own money. But now I know, yeah, it's save a lot more money doing it on props. And then there's folks out there that are saying like, Oh, the rules are too tight. I just want to trade my own money. Hey, go ahead. By the way, we're 89 likes away, folks. 89 likes away from doing the poll. We are just chopping sideways here, having a delicious morning conversation together here. My wife stares at me with a blank face when I talk trading. Yeah, welcome to the club. That's my experience. Well, my wife pretended for the longest time that she was super interested. Bless her heart. It was so funny. The day when she finally revealed there. Alchemist says, I'm as close as I ever been to a payout. I'm 3 days away. I ran up the account to 7,600. Now sitting at 2,700. I feel like in a way I sort of self-sabotage. Take it slow, Alchemist. Take it slow. Good to see you, by the way. Take it slow. Take it very slow. There's no rush in this. You have all the time in the world, especially since, at the funded level, there's no monthly fee or anything like that. Take it slow. And I know it's difficult because we get ahead of ourselves and we want to make it work. It's one of those things. But, try your best to do what you can to make it work. Just take it slow. Take it slow. How you doing today? And nothing to trade other than GME. What's going on with GME? Let's see if it's is it rolling over or is it actually perking? It's doing nothing. It's just rolling over a touch here. Just rolling over a touch. My girlfriend is the same, but my dad loves hearing about it and knows nothing of it yet. Hey, there you go. Yeah, if you're younger, get your parents involved. Let them know what you're doing. Don't hide it from anybody. There are folks that I've mentored that have hid trading from their significant other, which is insane to me. Like, don't ever do that. Always be an open book. Because if you're able to hide your trading from other people, then you can hide it kind of from yourself. And this is why I recommend, journaling all the time. I lied to myself in trading a lot of the time. I'd blame everybody but myself in trading early on. Oh, it's the market. It's not, certainly not me, the guy who's pressing all the buttons. Certainly not that thing. But in reality, try to be as transparent as you can with all of your trading around all the people that you love around you, your friends, your family, whatever. And, you'll find a lot more success, I think, in doing that as well. It helps you be more open in your journaling and everything. Newsflash, you're not going to be great at trading for a very long time when you first start trading. You may get lucky early on, but you're not going to be good at trading for some time. You have to be real with yourself on that whole fact. It's going to take you some time before you get proficient with trading. Karen says, I'm 57 learning to trade. My son introduced me. Never too old to learn something new. It's a great age to start. Fantastic age to start. You can be very patient. You can be very, very patient. It's a great thing. I mean, it doesn't have to be exciting. You don't have to do momentum trading. You can just take it nice and easy, nice and slow. Humidity rude in my trading day the other day. Talk to me, Ferrari Phil. What happened? Were you over you in Miami? Where were you humidited? Love that micros are finally proportional to minis. At tops have 250 to 500 risks, can be spread out quite a bit more. Yeah, I love it too, Pat. It's great. I'm 55 and still fight with patience. Yeah, it's the hardest thing to deal with in trading, to be patient. Because you'll be too patient. Sometimes you'll miss an opportunity. Humidity is no joke down here right now. What's going on? Down there in Miami, probably pretty sticky. It was like raining this weekend in Miami. My friends out there in Miami, they're talking about how bad they want to not be in Miami because of how sticky it was. The issue is that mostly everyone will tell you to stop and that you're crazy and you'll never make it. Well, the thing is, here's the thing. I think that they're doing that out of love. I had a lot of folks around me telling me that, oh, you're going to try day trading. And, this is after I'd already lost a bunch of money. Why don't you just stop? What's the point? Day traders, nobody makes money doing that. It's like, well, there's a portion that make money. The majority obviously does not make money day trading, but there's a portion of people. I want to be part of that portion of people, right? Those are the people who are dedicated and really keep on keeping on. But I think more now with prop firms, you can kind of mitigate that argument with your loved ones saying, I'm mitigating my risk by trading on prop firms. By the way, we have a little Tuckasito here down to 26 down to 18 or so. A little 8-point fade. Happy Monday to you, Anthony. But yeah, I think that if you're telling your friends and family that you're trading on props, it's a much easier conversation to have because, you're not going to put yourself in financial danger. It's almost an impossibility unless, if $49 for a combine is like a crazy, I'm not talking about, a decent amount of money. I'm talking about a crazy amount of money for you. You should be trading on a practice account. You should be trading on a combine level. But yeah, people buy lots of combines. Just slow down. Shouldn't be buying lots of combines. Should be taking it easy. Limit yourself to like one combine a day. If you're blowing through combines, slow it down to like one combine a day or one combine a week, Started 3 months ago, went down the rabbit hole of trying every strat. Now I picked one that makes sense to me and been seeing improvement, but the progress is slow. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's a great point there, Drizzy God, but that's the thing. Most people can't handle how slow it is, because what happens is that if you are gambling and you're pushing your luck, there's going to be a day where you push your luck and things work to your favor and you'll get some big gains from that. And then in your mind, you're thinking that, oh, that's a reality of trading, when it's not. You're over leveraged and you're doing stupid stuff when you don't need to be doing that. If you want to have more leverage, you can copy more accounts if that's your MO. But the point is that your brain will trick you and say, oh, well, that's a doable thing. And now I'm sitting here only making $200. Well, I want to make some more. That's where you run into the issue, right? Try to stay away from that. Here's a progression most should follow. Sim until profitable, combine until pass, paid account until either live funded or enough to trade your own account. I love that, Jeff. Well said. I love that. Very nicely said there. Beautifully said. Let's see here. I want to get my accounts ready to trade. I have to set up the copier here. I want to be trading my 150K combines today, not trade my my XFAs. Still taking a breather on those bad doggers. I think that's a fair way to trade right now, at least. We are coming down, though. Tell you what. Really are coming down here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 5. Yeah, we are definitely coming on down here. There we go. And there we go. Cool. Anybody catch that little flush to the downside there? Basically from 19,030 down to 19,013 there. Yes, sir. I learned to slow down. I was trying to push profitability too quick. No rush. I have a job. Trading ain't going nowhere. I'm only 22. That's a great age right there. You have all the world ahead of you. I didn't start trading that young, believe it or not. But I was interested in trading my whole life. I didn't realize that I had access to trading, to day trade. I thought you needed a special license, right? Nice. Ben made $1,000 on that drop. There you go. Let's see if we got those likes up. I'd love to do a poll in here. Yep, there we go. All right, let's do a poll. I'm curious about what you folks think here. About 15 minutes here from the top of the hour. Will the NQ end the day above or below, let's say 19,000 even? Let's do that. Nice and easy. Okay, here we go, folks. Go ahead and vote away on the poll. We'll leave that poll up for a few minutes. See what you folks think. Hey, Ribson, tops up at the $19 discount before I avail that one. Before now, it's almost rebill me time. Do you pay this? So it's $19, Jamari. You're going to pay $19 until you pass the account. So I believe Rips is 55 plus and feeds off a member, wins to stay young. That's funny. So that should, Jamari, hopefully that helps you there. You'll rebill at $19 until you pass there. Nicholas says, I'm 3 to 4 years in, traded own capital, and I'm like break even. Made my first payout on another prop from just this week. Congrats there. There you go. Nice job. KG Dana says, started my 18-year-old daughter last night. There you go. Start them young. Love that. We are bouncing back up here. Hopefully, if you're short, you covered a little bit of that. Never tell nobody when you start trading, not even your family, they know, gonna understand you. I mean, it depends. It depends. If you tell them that you're trading on props and you explain to them that you're not putting your own capital at risk, I think that's an easier discussion to have versus, well, I'm putting $50,000 in this trading account. Let's see what happens. You know? Ribs, finally found your stream. I didn't know the channel. Finally, I can watch your streams. Really enjoy your talks. Love the way you think in general. I've always enjoyed you live on Tops. Hey, give it up for Shadow Dancer. Welcome on in here. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube stream so you can get notified anytime we go live here. Mad respect to you, Rips, for your patience with people. Always in a good mood on stream. It's very nice to start the day. Big respect. That's the idea here, Nicholas. We want to have a good start to our day, even if we're not trading. You know, like I said earlier, we're at $0 right now. We haven't taken any trades, but I'm enjoying the conversation we're all having together here. It's easier to sell a prop than a personal account. It bills monthly just like any other service. Just say you're working for said prop firm. They'll likely respect that more. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, just try to be as transparent as possible, because there's also like that nagging feeling that you'll feel, like you're hiding something from somebody. You want to avoid that, because I'm just telling you, for me, it was a slippery slope. Like not telling people when I was losing money, I would just be like, oh, I'm just trading. Oh, how you doing? Oh, it's going, and then, you're losing your behind. And, if you're hiding that stuff, you could hide it from yourself. And that's kind of what I did. Like the first 6 months of trading, people always ask me, oh, how's your trading going? It's like, it's going. Didn't tell people like, yeah, I blew an account, and that was like my first year of trading was ugly. It was real money too. And this is back 10 years ago. This is trading options, trading ETFs. It's not pretty. Not a good thing. One second, I'm gonna get a little Blue Mountain here. See that? That's nice and quick here. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Proximity to the Blue Mountain is much closer now. Rips, what is your strategy of when to trade combine versus live? Really, it has to come down to what kind of cycle that we're in. Running into the FOMC and CPI on the same day. Imagine that. That's crazy. It's going to invite a lot of volatility. So the only thing I'm looking forward to today is positional trading. And by the way, last Tuesday, about a week ago, I lost $15,000 live on my XFA accounts on Top Step TV. That is all the reason for me to pull the ripcord. So I was up about $20,000 over 2 weeks of trade, and I wiped out 75% of those profits in one single trading session in less than an hour. Now think about that. If that's not a good reason for me to pump the brakes, I don't know what is, right? And so it's having that self-awareness, knowing when you should kind of back things off a little bit. But I'm transparent enough to share that. I'm going to keep it real with everybody. I'm not going to shy away from that. But yeah, I was trading very, very well. But I'll tell you what, every single time I trade on Top Step TV, it becomes like, it's either okay, decent, or a disaster. It's never like I do really, really well, right? Don't you have a daily loss limit? No, so this is copied across 5 accounts, right? 5 accounts, $3,000 per account. It's $15,000. I'm copy trading 5 XFAs. It adds up quick both ways, right? I had a great read for the market, but I didn't act on those reads. So if I'm not a good executor of those trades, then I'm not doing well enough. I haven't earned the right to trade. So I put myself in the doghouse. And, we traded here in Clubhouse on Friday, and I think I had my best day in Clubhouse where on combines, I made almost $18,000 on Friday trading combines. We did that live together here in the Discord. But that's on combines. That wasn't in my XFAs. So for me, again, I'm getting better, right? I'm better than where I was on Tuesday. Tuesday blowing $15,000 straight into thin air. Ugh, it's like, oh, knife to the heart. There goes 15 grand. It's real money too, because it's XFAs. I can take a payout. That's real money. No, they were not 50K accounts. They're 150K accounts. The max loss on the 150K accounts are $3,000. So I hit max loss across 5 accounts. 3 times 5 is 15,000. Rips claims transparency, but we won't go into detail about stuff behind him. That's the secret to trading right there. Which, by the way, office should be completed this week. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get the office completed this week. Also building a little podcast studio, building another streaming studio for when we have guests here coming to Casa de Rips that want to come and stream. Having that built as well. And yeah, it's very exciting over here. Very exciting stuff. Rip, sharing your experience is very valuable for new traders with stars in their eyes. Yeah, I mean, I fumbled the bag, right? Let's be real. I fumbled it hard, but it's not like I didn't know what I was going into. I'm distracted all the time. I'm on Top Step TV. I'm trading in front of 6,000 people. There's a lot of pressure to perform there. And it's all on me. Nobody's forcing me to trade my XFAs. I can trade combines on there. I could trade a practice account. I could trade a NinjaTrader Sim account. I could trade nothing at all. But for some reason, you get these little tingles and jingles, even though the better part of my mind says, Rips, don't be trading on Top Step TV. Don't be trading your big risk, especially when I was on such a sick run. 2 weeks, $20,000 of profit, sick run, doing really, really well, reading the market well. And then before you know it, there I am in a position. It was only 3 contracts, too, which is insane. I lost $3,000 using 3 contracts. It was multiple trades, but still, just got smoked. And there's no other way around it. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's like after the fact, you sit there, you feel like a knucklehead. But I journaled the crap out of that day. I know what I need to do. And what I need to do right now is just focus on not trading those funded accounts and just focus on getting that feeling to where I'm back in the pocket. And then once I get back in the pocket, then reapproaching those XFAs slowly. That's what I'm going to do there. He said that last week. Look, he's doing it again. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying. We're trying. Second option never works in trading. What do you mean? Yeah, I prefer trading the 150K combines myself. I like having the drawdown. Although I want to get 5 50K XFAs passed at some point and trade on those, because the problem is I want to trade them on NinjaTrader, and the 10-to-1 conversion is not working on NinjaTrader. I'm going to try to bug MP about that to see if he'll ever make that adjustment when things sort of die down. I know they're working on bolstering their support right now, so people get really quick response time on their support. So thanks, brother, for answering that question. Absolutely, Bruce. Absolutely. It's so good to be in here. How you talk about the wins and the losses and the mindset. It's helpful. Yeah, I mean, I just want to keep it real with you guys and gals in here. I want to keep it as real as possible. Hi, Rips. How are you utilizing Bookmap? Has it actually been useful for the price? How can one make the most of Bookmap in your opinion? So I do believe that they offer a trial, but it's a very difficult piece of kit, right? It's an extremely difficult thing to understand. It's difficult, right? It's one of those things where I tell this story often, but when I first got Bookmap, it was because I was out in my gym and I was exercising. I was thinking about, I want to see the market in a certain way. And so I was like, writing in my notes app, talking about, I want to have this, this, and this. And I came inside after I finished my workout and I Googled basically for what I was thinking of in my mind. And this existed. This is years ago. And then I started using it and I thought it was great. And it was one of those things where I thought for the first 3 months that I was using it, I knew exactly what was going on. And in fact, it was just confusing and convoluting my trading even more. So do I recommend it? Yes, I think it's an amazing piece of kit, but I think that there's a prerequisite that you have to understand. I think that you should be trading on time and sales and a depth of market DOM price ladder first before you get into using Bookmap, because it can just be too much information. For me, it was supplementing a lot of the information I would commit to my memory, and it was offloading that processing power, my internal processing power, and that was what was helpful for me specifically on Bookmap. But I'm telling you, for the first year of using it, I wasn't getting the benefit. Obviously, tremendous benefit now from it. But for the first year, it was like every single week or every single couple of weeks, you'd feel that, oh, I got this nailed now. I've got it all figured out. And then you're just throwing false positive after false positive. And it just wasn't helpful. It was hurting my trading, I would think. So, I don't know. I just think that if you have the extra budget to spend on a trading tool, maybe it's worth a gander. They do offer a 15-day free trial of Rhythmic. I don't know if they offer a free trial for Bookmap itself, but it's an expensive tool. It's like $80 to $100 a month. I think I pay $80 a month for mine, and it adds up. Over time, it's $960 a year. So depends on what your budget is. How much you want to invest into your trading. But to think that you're going to get Bookmap and all of a sudden you're going to be this tape reading wizard, that's silly. It's just not reality. It's going to take you time to learn it. And for me, that time frame was about a year before I started being better with it. Crypto is still free for Bookmap. Yep, that's right. So you can try the free version of Bookmap, but you're not going to be able to see the indices or anything. Crypto is still free for Bookmap. Yeah. Trading price action is all about allowing time for perception to acclimate to new things on the charts. I like that, Pat. Hey, Rips, how a payout affects the maximum loss limit. So when you get your XFA, it starts at a $0 balance. Anything that you make in your account will add to that balance. So let's say that you're trading a 150K account and you make $200 a day for 5 days, right? So you would now have $1,000 balance in your XFA, but your drawdown in that thing, your maximum drawdown is $4,500, right? So if you have $1,000 balance, that means that the account can go to negative $3,500. You can't do that in one day. The most you can lose in a single day on the 150K account is $3,000. So you would be able to go from $1,000 to negative $2,000, and then you get another $1,500 the next day worth of drawdown. If you hit that max drawdown, your account would be at negative $3,500. Now, if you take a payout, right? Let's say you hit all those days, $200, 5 days. You have $1,000 in your account, and you say you want to take the maximum payout, which is 50%. You take out $500. Your drawdown then goes to the $0 mark, which means you went from having a $3,500 drawdown to having a $500 drawdown because you have $500 in your account, and to go to zero would be $500. Does that make sense? So what I like to do is I like to bolster those accounts above the maximum loss limit. In this case, it's $4,500, and then just take the cream off the top, right? I don't focus on the $200 a day. I just focus on really good trading. And then once they get over $4,500, I wait about a week, and then I take the cream off the top. And then I wait another week or another 2 weeks, take the cream off the top. And then that way I'm never encroaching down into that $0 balance, right? That's it. That's how I personally look at it. Everybody's different. If you want to just build up the account and take out the money as fast as you can, you could do that too, but you're going to be limiting your drawdown there. This screen is called Bookmap. That is Bookmap. Rips, if I made my $200 a day on an XFA, is there maximum profit for a single day? Nope, not at all. You can make 50 grand in a day. So think about it. You can make 200, 200, 200, 200. So you're up $800, and then you make 50 grand the next day. Your profits are now $50,800. You can withdraw half of that, would be $25,400. So there's no cap on the amount of profits that you can make in a single day. Not like that at all. There's other prop firms out there that do that. That's one thing that I absolutely love about Top Step is that they do not limit your upside. Can you increase your drawdown? Once you get to the funded level, you can. You absolutely can. But you have to get called up to the live funded level, not just the XFA level. Although for some traders, they do, if they see that you're really, really good at trading, they will offer you on your XFAs to increase your drawdown in your XFAs. It's a very limited thing, but it's something that the risk managers can potentially contact you to do. Russell pushing to new overnight lows. Yeah, we are seeing everything, all indices kind of rolling over across the board here. The Mag 7 are kind of coming down too. I'm curious to see what happens here in 2 minutes at the top of the hour. Folks, if you're enjoying the stream, if we get this up to 1,200 likes here, there's 2,000, almost 2,100 people in here watching. If we get it up to 1,000, no, we'll do 1,200. We get it up to 1,200 likes here, which means if half of you right now just click the like button, we'll do a giveaway for a free Top Step Combine. Not a reset, not a discount, free Top Step Combine, no strings attached. They said user can request after account is above 10K. For what? I must have missed that. When they pull you into a live account, do you lose only one XFA or do they combine all XFA balances and you lose them all? They combine all of them. So they take all of your profits and then they move you to a live, but you are allowed to take a payout at that point when they're moving you to a live. But of course, whatever you take as a payout will not be in your live account, obviously. Yeah, no max on the profit there. If it's 1,000 a day for daily loss, it should always be that no matter what balance you have. Well, if you're subtracting from your balance, if you're pulling out early, then that's where it gets reset back to zero. So if you go to your dashboard, you can see all of this. After you move to a live and if you keep trading XFAs, can you add that balance to your live account? Yes. Yes, you can. That's kind of what I'm doing with my XFAs. I'd like to get my live balance pumped up so I can, my whole goal would be to only trade my live account here on stream. Right now, the balance is too low for me to do that. I think I'd blow my live account if I was doing that. So for me personally, I would like to build up some XFAs, get that profit put into my live, and then trade the live account here every single morning with you folks. That would be my goal here. Good morning there, Sorrow. Good morning, Thunder. Good morning, good morning. After they move XFA to live, can you go and qualify for more XFAs and take payouts from the two? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm trading on 6 accounts right now. I have 5 XFAs and 1 live account. Rips 10K balance and above, let user increase of daily drawdown limit. Okay, cool. Very cool. I didn't know that. Having a hard time with futures, but holding 50 puts from Friday. Which equity? 50 puts in which? SPY? Oh, let's see. Let me see what the SPY is trading at over here. 53.50? Or what would it be? 550? 550 puts? I mean, 550 puts must have been super expensive. That's crazy. You're a wild one. Must have been super expensive for those. Morning, everyone. Took a few days off. Happy Monday. Good luck. Thank you, Big G. Good to see you here. Ribs, I lost 50K back in 2021 in the crypto market. Learned my lesson the hard way. Now trading on Top Step for the last 1 year. And so far, I've taken 4 payouts. Compare that with using my own personal savings. There you go. Nice. Nice job. 535 puts. Okay, that makes more sense. I was going to say 550 puts. That's wild. Yeah, very nice. Great trade. You plan to cover those on the open, or are you just going to ride them into the sunset there? What's the expiry on those? So we did hit that 9 a.m. injection of liquidity. We have come down to the lower end of this area of trade where we were kind of trading quite a bit down here. Part of me wants to just buy it up down here. Part of me does. Rivers, can you kindly recommend a good source to learn how to read Bookmap? Their YouTube channel is fantastic, John. But time and experience, record your screen. Well, Bookmap has a built-in recording function, but that's what I would be doing. Yeah, part of me really wants to go long down here. Actually going to take one long. We're in one long here. I like the long down here. We had that tremendous sell-off. We have our stop down there at 82. 7 days after payout approved, still no payout. Which firm are you talking about? Reach out to support. I mean, if you have an approved payout, I've never had it lag more than 48 hours because it was over the weekend. That's it. Long from 995 quarters. Nice. We are long right now from 997 evens. You can see right above me. So it shows I'm one contract long. My average price is 997 evens. Already bought 53.45, but not looking so great. Where's my TP? I'm looking for this to auction back above to 19,015. And if we do get some push up there, potentially taking this all the way back to 23 to 25. And at 53.45, good luck to you there, Richard. And we'll see if we can hold these lows here. Could potentially break down into the 970s again, but that's why we have a stop in place. Is it roll week? I don't think it's going to be roll week this week. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Bring up the CME open interest so you can see. This is the open interest. Let me make this smaller here. So this shows you the open interest. There's only 10,000. Whoop. Move this over. There we go. 10,000 of open interest in the September contracts right here. And we have 242,000 of open interest in the Junes. So until that changes, until this number is larger than this number, I'm not rolling. That's the rule of thumb for me there. So let's see if we find any of this liquidity holding down here. We're seeing Nvidia rolling down to 119s. Yeah, this is a decent area, I think, to be long in the market. I think it's a good risk reward down here. It's a cheap long. We showed that we have some defense coming in down here. Like I said, we could see this auctioning down into the 70s, the high 70s, high to mid 70s. If that's the case, we'll get stopped out. Our stop's at 82 evens. The reason why I have my stop at 82 evens is I use a 60 tick stop by default, but that will catch us in case we get a flush into 85. And then I could potentially add another contract if we find some bid support at those 85s. What is RIP's Top Step discount code? If you just use the link, that should give you the lowest price there, which would be $49.99 or $149 there. The last website, sure, no problem. Drop the link in chat here. There you have it. Short from 18,973. Woo, there you go. And micro, so not worried. I do this on my ES because my stops are tight on ES. There you go. Is Bookmap telling you anything to go long? Yeah, this right here was a big amount of bid side liquidity that was showing up as being filled there. Had about 300 contracts or so kind of stood out there. And we're also having this double bottom kind of in the same area here. But like I said, we can draw liquidity down here like we said before. If that's the case, then we'll see this potentially scoop down before jumping back up. And we still are kind of finding some bid support down here again. Same thing for the S&Ps. Same kind of story being told. And we do have room back above 19,000 here. I'm actually going to add a second lot. Get my hotkeys here in my lap. Yeah, if we are clearing above 19,000 here, this thing can definitely run. Bookmap looks like a headache. Yeah, for most people it is. For most people it's a hindrance. It's not a value add for them. For most people. Look across the board here. Nvidia is sort of bouncing. Tesla's rolling over. Meta's kind of rolling over. Microsoft's holding at the VWAP here. Let's see if we can see this push above 999s here. 18,999. Made 1,000 on that drop. Was short from 1932 and fully out by 997. Very nice. There you go. Nice cover there. Yeah, we saw that little bit of a kerfuffleation there to the downside. We want to see this the 999s give out to the north side here. And we are about 24 minutes here from the price action opening for real. New York open at 9:30. So let's see if we can hold these bids as we are kind of consolidating here. If we break this consolidation to the downside, there's an opportunity for me to see if we have a large bid player coming in that I could add into. But if I don't see that, we'll likely just pull the position out. So I do expect that if we do roll this to the downside, looking at 70s to trade, mid to high 70s. Hey, Trader Jay, watching from Asheville, NC on vacation in the mountains. Enjoy your time away there. Good to see you with us. When does the Rips Dictionary come out? Hopefully soon. We'll have that out soon here. So again, I'm looking for more bid support to be showing up here since we had this first kerfuffleation down here just above the 90s. And if I'm seeing anything that's worth adding into, I'm going to. I'm just watching. Right now, we're looking at Apple rolling, Meta rolling, Nvidia rolling just a touch here. S&Ps have room to the downside, just a touch below 40 if we're going to seek that liquidity to the downside. So I don't expect to see a lot of active trading today. I see potential for some positional trades going into FOMC and CPI on Wednesday. But outside of that, I expect a pretty docile day there. So we broke down 90s. Let's see if we have any catch here into these higher 80s. Watching. Right now, still kind of rolling over here. This is where I'm looking for some bid support that we can add into. If we're seeing any of this bouncing. I'll try one more lot here. Did catch a little bit of bid support down there. Looking to hold above 90s. And reclaim this 999s area. Yeah, so if you look at my position above me, the green means that I am long. So I'm currently long 3 contracts right now. That's the number that you're seeing above my head. And then the number below that is my active P&L. And then to the right of that, that's my average price. Hopefully that clears everything up there. So nice little push up here. Let's see if we can have a nice little breakout into those 999s. Just watching here. Have a capper there at 95 that we'd have to get into. Let's see if anybody wants that liquidity. That's going to tell me a lot of this story right now. If we have anybody that wants that 95 liquidity or not. Right now, just a little bit slow. Does anybody want that 95 liquidity? They're leaving it out there, so it's got to be real. About 33 contracts just sitting there. It's going to tell me the story if anybody really wants that liquidity or not, if anybody's nervous about potentially closing a short or bumping into it. Nobody's taking it yet. Somebody took a little bit. Somebody's kind of flashing a bigger order, so I think they're trying to scare the price down, and I don't think that's going to work. So let's see, 95 still kind of holding here. Big exchange going on at 95. Decent size exchange, a little bit higher volume than what we've seen in the last 3 minutes, relatively speaking. Looking for these 999s to trade here. Still around these 95s. We need to see this clearing out of this 95 area for this to make sense. A little bounce in Amazon. Yeah, we're just kind of shuffling around here. There's some 95 bid support there. Let's see if we have 999 starting to trade now. It's just a little bit wafty around these 95s. Not super sold on this position right now. We're holding above 95s, but with not a lot of pressure to the north side yet. I'm actually going to pull out one lot here. Got filled on one. There we go. Pushing up a little bit. There is some resistance overhead. Actually bring down my order a little bit. Get this fill. Sometimes you have to chase it down a little bit. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more aggressive on your chase. Should get filled here. One tick away. Very low volume right now. All right, got filled on that. We'll move our stop to break even on the rest. I want to do get flat here around 915 as well. So I might just actually close this. Yeah, I'm just going to close that right there. At least we're on the board. It's still too low of liquidity. 999s were the target, but it's just too low of liquidity. It's too untrustworthy. We're running into that liquidity at 915. So that puts us ever so slightly on the board here. We're up $426. Rips, if you have an XFA to 10,000 profit and you hit maximum loss, do you lose the 5,500 also? What do you mean? I don't follow. If you have 10,000 in profits, I mean, if you hit maximum, it depends on the account size. If that's in a 50K account, you'd lose $1,000. If it's on a 100K account, you'd lose $2,000. If you're on a 150K account, you'd lose $3,000. That's your maximum daily loss limit. So the only good part of that trade, in my opinion, was really just that dip. And you see the increase in volume down here on that red candle. These are the 30-second bars, but still, we're dealing with lower liquidity right now. If you lose your account, you lose all your profits. Yeah, of course. There's no undo button. If you're up $20,000 and you lose $15,000 like I did, I don't say, hey, can you undo the $15,000 loss and just pay that out to me? Right? That's not how that works. If you pass a combine but haven't activated it yet, will you get rebilled the monthly combine fee? No. But you do only have 30 days to pay for the activation fee unless you have 5 active XFAs. So yeah, still kind of pushing up underneath these 999s here. We have that injection of liquidity coming in about 20 seconds, and that's why I flattened the position. Even though we could see a huge burst of volume back up to the north side here, I just don't want to be risking it on lower liquidity like this. Order book actually is clearing out prior to this injection, which is hilarious to me. This is the kind of liquidity that we're in. If you're approved for payment and then blow the account, do you get the payment? No. I mean, you shouldn't be trading the account while you have an active payout happening. Love the new XFA activation structure. I do as well. It's very fast. Activation fee is a one-time fee. You pay for it one single time and that's it. So there's your list. I mean, there's some bidders now showing up at 97. So I still like the long from here. I just don't want to be holding it in this very low liquidity. Could be thrown through FOMC. I agree with you. Good morning, Rips. I like your trade idea and I still have one runner. Nice, Ash. There you go. I like that. Yeah, the fee per XFA, it's just a one-time fee. You never pay monthly on XFAs. So if you have 5 XFAs and pass another combine, you don't have to pay the activation or monthly fee. It just goes dormant until you need it then. Correct. 100% correct. Rips, you have a good tax account, and I'm finding most tax folks have no idea to work futures trading. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of them out there. Find one that's in your local state and have them handle your federal and your state taxes. There's plenty of them out there. If you Google for trading tax specialists, you can find one through there. But make sure you're checking like their Google reviews, their Yelp reviews. Make sure you're finding somebody you can trust. Excuse me. Woo. Still adjusting to this new air in the new studio there. Very smooth. Just activated 50K on Friday. $82 away on second 50K. There you go, Host Logic. Do you think it's fair to lose an account due to slippage even if you had buy stop limit orders you placed? It depends on the market conditions. The simulated fills are going to be as close as you get to real fills. So if it prints 5, if we're at 2 and then it prints a 7 and your stop is at 3, you're going to get the 7 print because that's what printed in the market. Yeah. If you're trading on a prop, right? Like Steven Alexander says, if you're trading on a prop, it is 1099. You're not getting the futures tax benefits. You shouldn't trade too much. Might have to pay a bunch in taxes. Oh, that's right, DV8. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to end the poll right here. Let's see. We had 1,100 votes. Thanks for voting, everybody. Let's see what the results are. So 37%. Wow, look at you folks. Split decision there. So basically nobody knows where the market's going. That's our takeaway. And that's good pre-FOMC. By the way, look at that. This is what I'm talking about. It's so hard to trust this market either way. That's why I'm sitting there. I was like bird dogging this position, which I hate to do with this, 3 contracts on, just bird dogging the thing. It's just like, is this even worth having on right now? Nah. Move to Puerto Rico for tax advantage. Yeah, that's one of your options there. How do you see liquidity injecting? It comes at specific times. It's not something you can really see coming, but if you track the certain times when you see large pools of liquidity being injected into the market, order matching, right around 8 a.m. Eastern time is when you have all the equities doing their desk-to-desk trades and late trades. ADFN orders that are going through. That happens at a specific time. You have the MOC injections happening at a certain time. Just track them. Write them down on a notepad. Euro close sees a lot of liquidity being injected. Excuse me for a second here. Wow, coming down now. My goodness. Woo-wee. They took that liquidity at 19,000 and said, sell the thing. Whatever this is even on Earth, complaining about the area. It's wild. It's wild. Can't avoid the 1099. Well, if you're in Puerto Rico, you could get a reduction in your taxes for sure. What the heck is bird dogging? It's another ripsism, I guess. I would love to have to pay a cool $1 million in taxes. Yeah, there you go. That should be the goal, right? Most likely asked a heap already, but what's your code for Top Step? If you just click the link, if you're enjoying the stream, we have about 2,000 people in here. I do say that if you want to support the stream, it's actually quite easy. You don't have to purchase anything, right? You just, right here, I posted that link. You click that link, it's going to pop up, say, do you want to allow cookies? You click allow, and then that's it. You can close the page, and that's it. That's how you can support the stream. But that's the discount code. That's the deepest discount that's ever available. I'm trying to work with them right now to get a deeper discount via a code, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to promise something that I have no idea on the delivery time for. Hey, Rips, how to add candle countdown on NinjaTrader. This is, again, it's one of those things. Custom indicator. I didn't find one that was like this. They have one built in, but it doesn't look as fancy pants as that. I have an IRS check for $50,000 I saved from 1988. Wow. Nice refund there. We are coming down now. I expect the 70s to trade if we're going to have this much sell side pressure. So I want to be patient. I'd love to see this trading down to the 50s here. The open's going to be in 10 minutes or less here, folks. Congrats to anybody who saw this short. Feels good when the market goes down after you took profits on the top. That's why I was bird dogging the thing. Like I said, it wasn't a great trade, but it was a trade. A couple bucks, right? Why I don't like those pauses? What pauses? In liquidity? Oh, yeah. There you go, Luna. My new strategy is if it looks long, go short. You know, that's funny. That kind of stuff actually works. I had that question quite a bit where people are saying, you know, what do I do? I can't, like, every time I go long, I go short. The market goes short. Every time I go short, the market goes long. It's like, ready for this one? Anytime that you're looking at the market and you say it's a long, press short. Just like that. And see what happens. You'd be surprised. Ethan took the short. Nice. Going to my community college for my degree in curfewism. Kerfuffleism. Ah, very nice, sir, Adrian. Do the George Costanza. That's right. This is the Costanza. Do the opposite. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we are tremendously rolling over now. My goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't want to take a short yet. IRS cashed it. Ah, I see. Hesitation is the killer. By the time you think it's a long, a lot of other people came to that conclusion. That's okay. It's better to have a missed trade than come on late unless you have a massive move coming, right? It's always better to be a no trade rather than late to a trade and feel that you are out of the pocket. What happens is I then go short and it goes long. So then just flip it. Flip it. High reps, I see gap on the triple Qs. You think it will be filled? Let's see. Let's have a gander. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. It could. Yeah, it could get down there. Very well could. I mean, it's been a while. $50,000 was a quarterly tax payment. Hey, well, you had a great year. It's good stuff. Traders will go short here, but pay the price most likely. That's your call there. I think this is a new low from the break. Will bring in buyers right now. Well, buyers can also bring more fuel to the downside as well. We have a pretty efficient market trading right now, except for on this 30-minute bar. We are potentially creating a nice little imbalance here. Let's see. Go back to our trading view. Let's see what's on the 15. Yeah, we are working our way back into that imbalance right now. So we had this come back into that area. That'd be a nice area to short into, actually. Midpoint of 19,005. So could potentially see that. See if we can get into that. Potentially find some more shorts up there. But I'm going to try to take it pretty easy today. I'm going to try to be dialing it back a little bit, trying to relax. We have FOMC in on deck, and, you know, who knows what's in store for us. Calling it now, we shoot right through the 90s at open. Yeah, we could see that. It's going to be a lot of order matching. It is Monday. It is the 2 days before FOMC and CPI. And then we get PPI. And then we get the University of Michigan preliminary. So it's going to be a jam-packed week. Sometimes I'll pretend entry in my mind and see what happens. It's, yeah, mental trading. It's great. It's really good to do. As long as you're honest with yourself. You're not saying, oh, well, I'll go long here. I meant I was going to go short. See, aha, I'm a winner. What's order matching? Well, if I'm a buyer at 19,050, there's got to be a seller to me at 19,050. That's when an order gets matched like that. So there's a lot of order matching that goes off where there's a lot of orders that are kind of floating in the ether, and the idea is that they need to be matched up. And that's why on the open, you see such volatile price action. You see it in equities especially. You see it in futures as well. Lots of order matching. I hate mental trading. Win in my head, lose on charts all the time. Well, write it down. Make it real. Like, get a notepad on your desk and actually write down your entries and see if you're still doing well. If you are, then every single time you're about to write down that trade, take it for real. There you go. Cheat code. Looking like a day off for me. Might stick around until 10 a.m. Yeah, I'm not going into today with hungry eyes. I'd be very happy if we extract any kind of money from this market. That's why I'm only trading combines today. And I'm fully prepared to, take it on the chin. So there's your 925 injection of liquidity. You can see right there. That's some order matching. You see the order book is clearing out slightly, but we're matching up some orders. There's some orders that are looking to get filled, and algorithm turns on and fills those orders. They provide liquidity. Injection of liquidity. Thunder, you're in the wrong window. You're meant to be in your Schwab Thinkorswim. High rips of those lines support and resistance on your trading chart. It's not an indicator. I drew them myself. But yeah, just prior day resistance and support. We have some support down here. And if we wheel it back a little bit, go to the 1 hour, you can kind of see where these are all coming from. Thusly. So market is super perked up. We could see this tremendous spill to the downside, but let's see what happens here off the open. Let's not get hungry eyes. Let's try to take it slow. Let's try our darndest to trade our best, right? That's all we can do as traders, try our best, learn from our mistakes, and progress a little bit more each and every day. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a get rich slow, if at all. Take it slow. With the 3 1 hour candle pattern from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. be bearish signal. Looks like a chalk and break it structure. Let's see. Go to the 1 hour. I mean, it also looks like it can go the other way, right? Because, I mean, we are sort of, I want to wait for this hourly candle to close, but we still have half an hour on it. So I'm not there yet. It's too much of a kerfuffleation, right? We're kind of dipping back in. I would want to wait for that hourly candle to close, Christian. Personally. That's me, though. I'd be hesitant on that as a signal myself. Just me, though. It's just the way that I perceive things. Doesn't mean I'm spot on with that at all. For Monday, I'm feeling good. Whoa, there you go. Spastric knocking down another $200 day in your express funded. That's all you need. It's all it takes, baby. It's all you need. Looking like a day off for me, yeah. I like that. I think you're on to something there. Market's going to be open in 3 minutes. Make sure you are calm, cool, collected, folks. See if we can catch any nice resolution trades here off the open. I want to see what happens into this inefficiency here. And, we are kind of creating this precarious situation down here where we're making a higher low. It's for my ICT traders out here. Let's see. How do we do? Is that good? Did I do the thing? How is a different drawdown between XFA and live? It's all the same. Look at that. Wow. The lack of liquidity in this market is just wild. I'm looking over at Bookmap right above my dome right here. This is going to be an interesting open here. Going to be an interesting open. I'm going to want to take pause and look at equities unless I see congruence across the board and I can just nail it. My stream pre-market every day. First time here. Welcome, Maz. Give it up for Maz. First time. Every day, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Join us every single day. Make sure you're subscribed with your notifications bell turned on so you get notified anytime that we go live here. It's not SMT. What is it? What do we call that? Does that work? Is that better? Elections called in Paris just now, and I think all the elections are leaning to the right side right now. Unfair value. Okay, so there we go. Reckle. We got a Reckle. No Blue Mountain today? Oh, we already cracked it. You missed the cracking. We got, today we are drinking L'Orange. My first time here, Ribs. Never knew you got your own channel. Great to know. Hey, welcome. Make sure you are subbed so you get those notifications anytime we go live, which, by the way, markets are opening in 25 seconds. 25 seconds. Good luck, everybody. May all your dreams come true today. Hopefully everybody out there has a nice, smooth trading day today. Let's have some fun. Let's see what we can do. See how we can operate here. Long the Reckle, lose your shekels. 5 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Markets are opened. Ooh, they are popping. Wow, this is gross. I could already tell right here, order matching. This is some gross liquidity. They are not providing a lot of it, I'll tell you what. Very gappy in liquidity. Let's see, equities. If Microsoft rolling, Nvidia's kind of middle of the road here. Microsoft can't figure out what it wants to do. Those Celsius have so much caffeine. Yeah, they're loaded to the gills. Thank you, Asher. Appreciate you. So right now, just kind of balancing out the orders here. If we break above 19,000, we could see a nice little draw of liquidity up there. I'd like to see 19,005 trade. Potentially take a short from there if we're seeing congruence. Across the board in equities right now, we're just seeing a mixed trade in equities. Look at that. The order book keeps on going very low and soft. I mean, we have about a 15 point bleeder to either side here. They're just feathering off about 15 points either side. So when there's big players stepping in, they just let this thing move. This reminds me of how Tesla trades off the open. This is wild, or how it used to trade, I should say, back when it was trading, 700s, 800s. What a fun trade that was. I was trading options on that. Let's get over to Ninja Trader. So we are making a little bit of a low here, new daily low. Google is selling off pretty hard here. This liquidity is just so thin, however. I'd love to see this pushing back up above, there we go, above 85, and then a rejection at those 90s, those mid to low 90s. Tesla was my options cash cow for quite a while when it was good. Yeah, I mean, the same thing's going to happen for a lot of folks in Nvidia, unfortunately. Look at this price action. This is whippy and wild. Tesla's pushing up. Nvidia's starting to push up a little bit. Microsoft's holding the line. Google's just face planting, though. Google is very, very deep and low here. Apple's doing a little roll as well. Love to see this pushing back up into that imbalance. So here we go, 19,000. There's some stops being popped. See if we are any kind of imbalance push up in here. I'm going to try a short up here because I was talking about it. Might as well put my money where my mouth is. Seeing if we can actually hold this below 19,005. Get that hidden so we can actually see the live P&L here. Still kind of holding this sweep of liquidity. Adding into that, nice add there. See if we can scoop a little bit off here below 19,000. Got to be quick. There we go, little sweep. Nice pull. I'm going to close that right there. It's a little tricky. So that's going to put us back up on the board here. We're at 426. That's going to put us on the board for $1,400 now. Still a lot of order matching going on. I wanted to get that little quick scoot and boogie from fives down below 19,000 there. Still a little bit tricky in this price action. I think I'm making it harder on myself. I just think that the long was much easier down there. But that was my trade idea that I liked, this right here, just into the midpoint of that inefficiency. And then just taking that quick little scalp on 2 contracts back to the downside. We are seeing equities starting to really push up here, but I don't know if it's trustable yet. I'm not sure if it's trustable. This is just garbage liquidity and garbage price action, in my opinion. This is a good time to be kind of making a market if you are so bold. Selling above 19,000 and buying below. But you're making a thin market here. It's going to be difficult. It'll work until it doesn't. See what I mean? No, I like it, Ribs. You can spot weakness. I need to get that skill ASAP. You don't understand how helpful that is. Sometimes I listen to you just mention where the weakness is and I apply it in. Thanks, Banks. Yeah, I want to see what happens now because this is the area that we were looking to take the auction to when we were trading in the pre-market, but we didn't have the liquidity. It's so hard for me to trust these equities right now because it's just I'm not seeing a lot of price action into where it should be right now. We have a lot of shares being traded in Nvidia, and that's to be expected after the split. But yeah. Ribs, you have a 150K account and you build it up to 160K, 10K in profits, and you hit your max loss of 4,500 and blow the whole account. You don't. No. So your max loss. So that's the great part about this. If you have like a balance of, let's just say you have a balance of 158,000, you're about to pass the account, you can lose $7,000 and still hold the account because your trailing drawdown stops at $4,500. So your trailing drawdown, once you make $4,500 in the 150K combine, it stops and the trailing drawdown stops at 150K. So if you go below 150K, you blow the account, but it stops trailing. That's the beauty of it. It stops trailing. But JJ, if you're talking about the XFA, the same thing. It stops trailing at $0. You get your account with $0. You can draw down to negative 4,500. After you make $4,500 in the account, your drawdown stops at $0. Wow, this thing is booting. Boot, scooting, boogieing here. Wowzers. Anybody in the longs? I don't know. This feels like to me, they're trapping some early longs in this. That's what it feels like to me. Julius, you're long. Nice. You see, the thing that makes this difficult to trade this price action is how dang thin it is. And I'm talking either side. Ash is long. Paulette is long. Yeah, I'm not trusting this price action whatsoever myself. Happy to talk through it and be an observer here. Nice, G-dubs, scalped a few times. There you go. I'm flat. This is craziness. You and me both, Constantine. You and me both see this the same way. I think it's crazy too. But look at this. You know, if we go over, yeah, we're in the trading view here. Look at this. This is the area that we were watching to get the auction up to. Look at that. Wow, on the money. On the ticket. If you sold those 23 quarters, woof, hats off to you. Stetson hats off to you. You look at Bookmap to determine that it's thin? Yes. You can look at Bookmap. You can look at time and sales. Yes, indeed. You can see it's quite thin. You can see, you know, you have this little black hole around Bookmap right here where my mouse is swirling around. It should be thicker, and it's not because it's 2 days before FOMC in the summertime. 2 days before the SEP dot plot. Smarter traders are waiting for that SEP dot plot, believe me. They are indeed waiting for it. It's hard because shorting here could get squeezed quite easily. Yes, indeed. Long the Reckle and make more shekels. That's what it was, right? Is that today? No. That's FOMC. FOMC releases the SEP, the Summary of Economic Projections. That's released during the FOMC, so that's the big deal. It's the big one. They don't do it every meeting, and when they do, it's a lot of traders are looking for. The Apple coming down, by the way. The conference does start in about 3.5 hours here. What happened to sell in May and go away didn't happen this year? Yeah, election year. Buck up and buy it. Totally different price action. Such a clear trap. I don't trust this. Remember, folks, no trading is a position, too. It's okay to not trade. It's okay to just sit on your tuchus. It's okay. It's okay. What qualifies as thick liquidity for the NQ? I mean, when a 2 lot isn't moving at 3 handles. How about that? Yeah. Today is looking to preserve capital to trade for the better days. I like that a lot. I mean, you know, $1,400 isn't that much, but I'll take it. And it's combines, you know. Sitting flat is always a smart position. You can't do damage to yourself when you're sitting flat. Don't forget that. Had to Google FOMC. Now I know it means Federal Open Market Committee. Yep, there you go. You could have just asked. Either way. Look at that. Coming right on back down now. Holy smokes. Boy, this is okay. So I will say this. This is the type of price action where you can really do a lot of damage to yourself. And this is the type of price action that can cause you tunnel vision. And you should know this, that when you see a thin market like this, it's a lot easier to bang you around. And if you're looking to clues from the price action and you don't have a solid plan and you're just price action trading this stuff, it's likely you're going to get bashed around. So do remember that on days like today and journal that if you are getting knocked around right now. It's okay to be flat. It's okay to just sit back and observe and wait for the price action to kind of exhaust these opening print orders. We are only 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes into the trade session here. Just be patient. Let's wait for the 15-minute bar to close. Got 5 more minutes on this bar. Let's wait. I'm going long. I'm going short. I'm going long. I lost on 3. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for being candid about that, Donald. It means a lot. Happened to me on Friday, got wrecked. Yeah, it's know the market that you're in, folks. And think about it. If you can be patient and just wait for the market to give you a very solid tradable condition, and you have the patience to wait for that, this kind of goes back and echoes back into the conversation that we were having at the top of the call, which is if you pump the brakes and take it easy, and you're looking at preserving your mental capital, days like today will fall to the wayside, and you don't have that desperate mentality when you're trading. Chasing cars, rarely get the dog a car. Happened to me on Friday, got wrecked. Thank you for sharing with us, DK. Good to see you, by the way. Better days ahead. You got this. Don't worry about it. It's just one day. 10 price action, I only use 5 minute or higher time frames. 1 minute will whipsaw you. Yeah, that's exactly right, especially if you're watching price action live. This is the type of price action. If you don't have, for instance, if you don't have a trade plan. I had a trade plan, but it was very succinct and very short-lived. I'm shorting into that 19,005 level. I'm covering if we're blasting into the 20s. I'll take it on the chin. But I'm only going to look to cover if we have a price action sweep below 19,000. We had once and then twice. Twice we found bidders. I'm out. Simple as that. S&P low of day. Dow low of day. I'm seeing... sorry about that. I got the wrong chart up over here. Well, that explains quite a bit. Yep. S&Ps are down. Dow is down. Up 1,100. I'm going to stay flat. This market gives me a heart attack. There you go, Naz. Love that. Not love that it gives you a heart attack, but I love that you're staying out of the price action that could be damaging to you. That's what I like to see. It's a good thing. Trust me. It's a very good thing. No reason to beat yourself up, right? No reason to beat yourself up on a day like today. It's all good. Take it easy, right? Wait until the market gives us better opportunities until we need to trade in them. Don't force yourself to take trades. Still chopping in this gap, and I'm still short, not liking it though. Well, take it easy. Pump the brakes a little bit. Don't do anything that you shouldn't be doing. If ES is at the bottom, NQ is at the top, tells me to stay out. Amen. Yeah, when you don't have confluence like that or a congruence, stay the heck away. Don't do anything. Except Microsoft are all down, but the NQ is going up. I'm not seeing that on my end. Right now, the only one that's down is Apple. We're seeing Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon all perking up. Google's down as well. So Google, Apple are the ones that are trading down, but Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, Tesla, all kind of trading up here. Did Roaring Kitty take profit? I'm not sure. Did anybody know? Good way to keep yourself out of trouble. If you're new, don't trade when you're within MC levels. Amen. Well said. So these are the only trades that we've taken this morning here. Pump those likes up. Are we at 1,000 likes yet? Let's see. We are at 868. If you want to stick around for a little bit longer, let's get these pumped up to 1,000. Otherwise, we'll just go boogie on over to the Discord and just continue trading there. If there's any opportunities, can't promise that there will be, but you know, I'm actually surprised that we extracted any money at all from these markets, given its combines, but still happy nonetheless. Ribs, have you heard about this guy named Roaring Kitty? Yes, of course. Yeah, Roaring Kitty. He's they made a movie about the guy. My biggest trade of all time, ever, was on GameStop. Options. Multi-day trade. Multi-day swing. Biggest trade in my trading career of all time, back in 2021. Do you have to be a member to trade with you on Discord? Yeah, but you can check it out. I mean, just what I would say, Bruce, is check it out for 7 days. See if it's a good fit for you. We have a great group in there. And, you know, I'm biased, obviously. I highly recommend it because it's good to share your journey with other traders. And we have all walks of life in there. We have some folks who used to trade in the pit for years and years. We have folks that have been trading for 30 plus years. We have folks that used to manage large portfolios for funds. Yes, it was. Did we hit enough likes for the giveaway? 1,200 was the benchmark. 1,000 likes to stick around here. We are at 913 likes. 7-figure trade. Yes, indeed. He did not take profit. I'm watching and monitoring his position as we speak. How can you do that? How can you monitor his position? Is he streaming it? Yeah, we're trading back at 19,000 here. So this is what I was kind of saying. If you're making a market, you know, you could potentially make money in this, but trade it on the micros if you want to trade a market. Because, I mean, I feel like the price is going to return to wherever the prices are going here. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not really doing all that much. Ah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but the whole thing is that open interest. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So you're watching the volume. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so the open interest is there, but the volume, I get it. Okay. I get what you're saying. Short hogs, good luck to you to Luna. I'm going to get a little cowboy emoji going for you. There you go. Cowboy. Took a few off already. Nice trade there. Giveaway today. If we get up to 1,200 likes, we'll do a giveaway. That's right. The Roaring Kitty. I'm actually publishing a meme coin, not the Roaring Kitty. That's funny. If I trade 5 top sub X accounts, will they all go live, or can I still copy trade? Oh, you can do whatever you want. It's your world, you know? We're just living in your world, baby. It's whatever you want. 40 more likes, we'll stick around. I'll give it a couple more minutes here. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I wonder who's going to win that Stetson. We are coming down, by the way. I still don't trust this price action. As much movement as we're seeing to the downside now, I still don't trust it. I'm surprised Apple is tooling down as much as it is. Nvidia is starting to roll over as well, but still, by golly, I don't trust it. Still not trusting it. Ribs, what do you have? What do you like to invest in long term? ETFs. Vanguard, SPY, simple stuff. Keep it basic, baby. Don't be a stock picker. Just pick the thing that always goes up. It's rocket science, I know. That's all you need to do. Easy as pie. You can't potentially watch his trades on unusual whales. I mean, you're better off just opening up the chart for that options contract and watching the volume on that options contract. Simple as that, fish. All right, we got about 2 more minutes here before we're going to be shutting it down, I think. Ribs, after hitting daily loss limit on my first XFA, I'm about to get my first payout. Yeah, there you go, Alex. Let's go. Locked up 500 on 3 XFAs, copy trading, locking it up today. Thanks for everything. Nice work, Alex. Difficult day today, too. Way to go. Love to see it. From a negative 1,100 to plus 269, 1 long and 1 short to get back in profit. Nice work there, Joaquin. Have we gone 2 hours without a GME mention? Well, I think so. We're talking about it now, though. Nice night. You're up 2K. There you go. I love that. Folks probably caught that short there, right? From the top of the imbalance that we were watching. Yeah, still wasn't, didn't fit my trading plan personally. This chop is something I try to avoid, and I want to teach that it is possible to still make money avoiding these type of choppy days, and hopefully I can pass along that message to you folks here, and hopefully it's valuable. Oh, there we go. Coach Dakota, short 30 from 19,015. Holy smokes. Kid's done it again. Love to see that. Nice trading there, Dakota. I just saw your message. Beautifully done. Are you on Top Step TV right now? I'm not sure. I can never keep track of you. We're on tomorrow together. I know that. And we're trading back up to 19,000 here. My goodness. He's not? Okay. Well, Dakota's just hanging with us then. Yeah, just kind of chopping here. I still don't like. These are the 15-minute bars. And from what I can see, this is just shaping up to be a no longer trade for the rest of the day type of day for me. Dakota trades in Market Clubhouse. Yeah, he trades everywhere. He trades all over the place. Up, down, sideways, north, south, east, and west. And what a dangerous combo. He's my trading buddy. Love the guy to death. He's my number one trading buddy. Rip says, listened to you, started profiting with a small spoon, and thanks to this, I passed a 150K account. Nice. Congrats to you. Love to see that. You know who you are. See profit, take profit kind of day. I agree, Maverick. All right, folks. Well, we were 5 likes away. I tried to give you 2 more minutes, but hey, it's all good. We'll lock it up here. No hard feelings. I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll be trading together before we get on live. Top Step TV trading with Coach Dakota himself, and I think Andre as well, and MP. Will be definitely a lethal combo. A lethal combo. A dangerous combo. I was trying to think about what to say. Dangerous, lethal, unruly, uncanny. Well, good luck to you all out there. I hope you have a great rest of your trading day, folks. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow at 8 a.m. Good luck to you all. Take care.